Did you know that some foods actually lose their flavor, texture, and nutrition when stored in the fridge? That's right, not everything belongs in the cold. In fact, refrigerating certain foods can make them taste worse, spoil faster, or even lose their health benefits. Today, we're revealing 10 foods you should never put in the fridge and explaining why. Ready to keep your food fresher and tastier? Let's dive in. Storing food properly is key to keeping it fresh, flavorful, and nutritious. But here's the thing, the fridge isn't always the best place for everything. Some foods thrive at room temperature, while others can turn mushy, bland, or even moldy when refrigerated. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to keep out of the fridge and how to store them properly. Let's get started. Onions. First up, onions. Refrigerating onions is a big no-no. The cold, damp environment of the fridge makes them mushy and prone to mold. Plus, onions absorb odors easily, so they might end up tasting like last night's leftovers. Onions prefer a cool, dry place like a pantry or a mesh bag. If you've already cut an onion, store the leftovers in an airtight container to keep them fresh. This way, you'll preserve their flavor and texture for longer. Bread. Next, let's talk about bread. Refrigerating bread dries it out and makes it tough. The cold causes the starch molecules to recrystallize, which sucks out all the moisture. Plus, bread absorbs fridge odors, which can ruin its taste. Instead, store bread at room temperature in a bread box or a sealed bag. If you won't finish the loaf soon, freeze it. Sliced bread freezes well and stays fresh for weeks. Just thaw it at room temperature when you're ready to eat. Tomatoes. Now, let's talk about tomatoes. Refrigerating tomatoes dulls their flavor and makes them mealy. Cold temperatures slow down the ripening process, so they never develop their full sweetness. Plus, refrigeration reduces their antioxidant content, like vitamin C and lycopene. Store tomatoes at room temperature, stem side down, to keep them fresh and flavorful. If they're already ripe and you need to store them longer, the fridge is okay, but let them come to room temperature before eating for the best taste. Bananas. Bananas are another fruit that hates the fridge. Cold temperatures turn their skins brown and make the inside mushy. Refrigeration also slows down the ripening process, so they don't develop their natural sweetness. Keep bananas at room temperature, away from other ethylene-producing fruits like apples. If they're overripe, peel and freeze them for smoothies or baking. But never refrigerate them whole. Garlic. Garlic is another kitchen staple that doesn't belong in the fridge. Cold temperatures make garlic sprout, turn rubbery, and lose its signature flavor. Plus, garlic absorbs fridge odors, which can ruin its taste. Store garlic in a cool, dry place with good airflow, like a mesh bag or an open container. This keeps it fresh and flavorful for weeks. Potatoes. Potatoes are best stored in a cool, dark place, not the fridge. Refrigeration turns their starch into sugar, making them sweeter and altering their texture. Cold, humid environments also promote bacterial growth and decay. Keep potatoes in a pantry or cellar, away from light. This preserves their flavor, texture, and nutritional value. And remember, never store potatoes near onions. They'll spoil faster. Avocados. Avocados should stay out of the fridge until they're ripe. Refrigeration slows down the ripening process, leaving you with hard, flavorless avocados. Cold temperatures also dull their creamy texture and taste. Store avocados at room temperature until they're ripe. If you need to slow down ripening, you can refrigerate them for a few days, but bring them back to room temperature before eating for the best flavor. Honey. Honey is a natural preservative, so it doesn't need refrigeration. In fact, cold temperatures cause honey to crystallize, making it gritty and hard to use. Refrigeration can also dilute its flavor by introducing moisture. Store honey in a cool, dry place like a pantry. This keeps it smooth, pourable, and delicious for years. Melons. Uncut melons, like watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew, should stay out of the fridge. Refrigeration dulls their flavor and alters their texture. Cold temperatures also slow down the ripening process, so they never reach their full sweetness. Store whole melons at room temperature until you're ready to eat them. Once cut, you can refrigerate the leftovers in an airtight container. Olive oil. Finally, olive oil doesn't belong in the fridge. Cold temperatures cause it to solidify and trap moisture, which can lead to bacterial growth. Refrigeration also dulls its flavor and makes it less versatile for cooking. Store olive oil in a cool, dark place like a pantry. Keep the bottle tightly sealed to preserve its freshness and flavor. So there you have it, 10 foods you should never put in the fridge. By storing these foods properly, you'll keep them fresher, tastier, and more nutritious. Remember, the fridge isn't always the answer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on food storage and wellness. Let us know in the comments, did any of these surprise you? What other foods do you keep out of the fridge? Thanks for watching, and remember, proper storage is the secret to fresher, tastier food. See you in the next video.